You know, folks, they say the truth is stranger than fiction. And every once in a while, life will throw you a great mystery that scientists, professors, even historians don't have the answer to. And today I think it's time that we take a look at one of these great mysteries in life. Because here on the MVG Nick YouTube channel, we're not afraid to ask the tough questions and get to the answers by any means necessary. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to break new ground as we take a look at a tier list featuring the most popular fictional bars and restaurants and rank them. Didn't expect that, did you? Fictional bars and restaurants from television. Here we go, folks. The criteria for the list in question is the food, the atmosphere, and the people that work there. So characters in the show that if they work there at these restaurants and such, we can judge them based on personality and their friendliness and such. All right, with that, let's jump into it. Abe's Hot Beef. Abraham, don't tempt me with a good time now. Dirty slut. Abe's Hot Beef from Mike and Molly is a place that I'm going every damn day. All right, it's a restaurant diner. It's your classic neighborhood local diner with friendly service by the one and only Samuel, most underrated character on television. Shout out to the Breakfast Club. You know who you are. We used to go to our local diner almost every day when we were in college. A lot of fun. Yeah. And a great name, too, honestly. You can't beat the name. Abe's Hot Beef. Pretty spectacular. Cheers from Cheers. So I'm not really much of a drinker. So a lot of the bars that are on this list, I'm going to be honest, they're a little handicapped right off the bat. So I'd probably go here once a month. It's a friendly, it's a friendly location. Everyone knows your name, of course, if you're a regular. Sam Malone seems like a good guy. Ted Danson, of course, absolute local legend. Yeah, going once a month if someone else pays. Maybe it's a little pricey. Bob's Burgers. This is definitely in the rotation. I'm going here at least once a week. I'm not like a Teddy level. I'm going every day. But I'm certainly going at least once a week. It's a friendly neighborhood joint. Burgers, they're affordable, they're reliable, they're good grub. Yeah, and they always have that special of the day. So that's something to watch out for as well. Cheezers from Regular Show. Let me tell you something. Cheese is a staple of my diet because I ain't lactose intolerant. Could you imagine being allergic to a food? Fucking pussies. Cheese is life. Cheese is pretty much the answer to all your problems in the universe. And the grilled cheese deluxe, say what you will about the foods in Regular Show, but the grilled cheese deluxe is my vote, if it were real, of the first thing that I would be chomping down there. Looks absolutely delectable. Yeah, I'm going here every day. Central Perk of Friends. You see this right here? See this bright purple box and all of these spaces that it's designated for? Well, this, ladies and gentlemen, was the exact tier that was birthed out of this fucking nonsense. First of all, Central Perk is just an awful pun. It's just an awful name, okay? If the Bob's Burgers writers came across this shit, they would be horrified. They love puns on Bob's Burgers. Number 2, the couch. The couch is weird, okay? Either booths or tables. It's not that hard, okay? The couch, it's just an eyesore. I'm gonna be honest with you. And if the Friends cast is always there, and they're always hogging the centerpiece of the restaurant, I feel like that would get very annoying. I would never want to be around them. But the main reason why I'm never stepping foot in this place is because coffee is horrible on every level. I don't care what anybody says. Coffee is absolutely wretched. The smell of it, the taste of it, the fact that it exists and it's as prominent in society as it is horrifying, frankly. Starbucks is like the third largest fast food retailer ever behind McDonald's, I think, and Subway maybe. But Starbucks being as popular as it is, you can't escape that awful smell of coffee. It's just absolutely disgusting in every sense of the word. Yeah, I would never, ever, ever eat here. I would never visit New York if this was a real thing. I think the stench of everybody in this establishment would be so great, it would encompass the entire city. I would just have to move to another country, I think. So, yeah, never in a million years. The Krusty Krab, the famed Krusty Krab. Listen, this is actually a real place now. They actually made a real life Krusty Krab, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I would definitely go here once a week. Listen, I'm not a big fast food eater, but the Krusty Krab, it's like the McDonald's of Bikini Bottom, okay? Everyone knows it. It's reliable. It's cheap. Burgers, honestly, anything with a burger as its main item on this list is probably going to rank pretty high because burgers are pretty damn good and they're pretty reliable food, so you can't really mess them up. The only thing that would stop me from going in more is probably the clientele, okay? I probably wouldn't want to be around the weirdos who order shit deep fried with mayonnaise and stuff, and also Squidward. Squidward is kind of a prick, I'm not gonna lie, okay? I work in retail, I work in customer service, but you gotta be nice, okay? You can't just be a grumpy asshole all the time. Squidward is what's causing this to not be at the top. Change your fucking attitude, tentacles. Alamo Freeze from Friday Night Lights. Ice cream is another popular item that is the centerpiece to a lot of these restaurants, and ice cream is also very good. I'd go here once a week. When I used to live back in Redford, like 10 years ago, we had a little corner ice cream shop called the Dairy Whip that was like a block from my house, and we go there all the time in the summer. So this would be very similar to that. It's community joints that you can't really go wrong here. Ice cream is pretty fucking delicious. The Mooery, another ice cream shop from Side Hustle. I'm going here every damn day. First of all, the name is fantastic. The Mooery, that hats off. Indeed, hats off to y'all in the Nickelodeon writers room because that's a perfect pun. Second of all here, the workers, Spenders and Ty, some of the nicest dudes you'll ever meet, all right? Super fun guys, super friendly, are always there to help out. You can't really go wrong with ice cream and dairy products, okay? Because I know bitch. Imagine being allergic to a food. Fucking pussies. Moe's Tavern from The Simpsons. Again, another bar here. I'll go once a month. I think I would go once a month here. Moe's Tavern, you know, definitely a centerpiece of Springfield, no doubt about that. Moe himself is your run-of-the-mill bartender. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing inherently good about that. It just kind of exists, you know. It's not going to rank super high, but there's worse places out there. Good Burger from Good Burger / all that, of course, the originator. I'm going here once a week again. Another burger spot, another classic burger joint. Yeah, this is definitely in the rotation as well. Keenan and Kel, iconic duo that work here. The only thing that stops it this time, Dan Schneider as the manager, that is a little suspicious. I would be weary about some of that food sometimes if he was working on the day shift. Just gonna throw it out there. The Premiere from Drake and Josh. All right, listen. Not really a restaurant, but it's definitely the hangout spot, and they do serve food there. But it is a movie theater. And for me, nowadays, I usually only go to the movies on special occasions. I don't really go to the movies all that often anymore. So probably maybe like 3 times a year I would go to hang out with some friends on their birthday, or if a big, special premiere was coming out, a big movie, I would go. Definitely not going there every weekend like I used to, because nowadays movies are not that interesting. I'm just going to throw it out there. But it's your standard run-of-the-mill movie theater. Nothing too special inherently about that. Weenie Hut Juniors from SpongeBob, another ice cream / milkshake joint, which, as we've established, is a fan favorite of mine. Here's the thing with Weenie Hut Juniors, though, all right? They have developed a bit of a reputation over time. If you enter the premises, you are labeling yourself as a weenie. And listen, I'm not one to hit the gym every day. I don't necessarily have the world record body on me, biceps, or, muscles necessarily. I don't think I'll get into the salty platoon. I understand that much. But I also don't wear glasses. Because imagine being born with the inability to see things. Can you imagine that? Fucking pussies. The Weenie Hut Jr. does, on the surface, look like a fun place to be. I'm not gonna lie to you. Just the outside of it, the fact that it's shaped like a cupcake, there's some potential there to be really interesting. Of course, if Brian Moorland's in the area, I would ignore it and never step foot. But since it's in Bikini Bottom, and that motherfucker has never swam in his life because, well, after all, he is black, I think it's safe to say that I would at least try it once out of curiosity, just to see what the hype is all about, just to see what the reputation really is, and see if we can debunk that. I'm not going to completely ignore it, because, like I said, ice cream is delicious, but you can't go there often, or else you yourself will develop a reputation. The Cheesecake Factory, from The Big Bang Theory, not a fictional restaurant, the only one of these that actually exists, and it's another one that I go to really only on special occasions. Now, it's a little pricey. It's sometimes hard to get in unless you have a reservation, I'm not gonna lie. At least the one here in Michigan, the location that I'm near, is always jam-packed. It's impossible to get a seat at peak hours unless you call ahead. So it's not something I go all the time to. But special occasions, it's definitely a nice treat every now and again. And again, desserts, that's what they're known for. I'm a dessert connoisseur. I love me desserts. So I'm going there every once in a while. The Drunken Clam from Family Guy. Of course, the Drunken Clam. Of all the bars on this list, I'm not going to lie, the Drunken Clam seems like a fun spot, dude. They got TVs, they got karaoke, they got the jukebox, and of course Jerome, the legend himself, bartending now. It's a fun spot to be. I'm going there after work on a Friday night. That's just the reality of it. That's a fun place to be. The Williamsburg Diner from Two Broke Girls. All right, another one that has a little bit of a bad reputation. Of all the diners here, it's no Abe's Hot Beef. I'll tell you that much. I would probably go there once a month if someone else was paying, because, you know, I couldn't put my name on something as low rent as the Williamsburg Diner here. I mean, come on, I have standards at least. But I wouldn't necessarily go there all the time because I feel like I'd risk getting food poisoning or getting very sick from the stuff that they serve there. I'm not going to lie. Of course, you have to mention the fact that Max and Caroline work there, and that would be a treat in and of itself to go to. So you can weigh those options out on your own terms. The Groovy Smoothie from iCarly. Groovy Smoothie is not I wouldn't classify it as like an ice cream shop. It's a smoothie joint, so it's like a Jamba Juice, you know, kind of thing. I don't really go there all that often, but I'd probably go there once a month, I'd say, hang out with some friends. It's not really a special occasion type of place because, you know, it's not super like fancy. It's not a Cheesecake Factory or anything. Of course, in this case, people that work there, you got the absolute legend that is Tebow. Tebow would make it. Honestly, actually, you know what? The more I think about it, Tebow being there and being like the premier dude that runs the place, let's bump it up to once a week. I would just go just for Tebow. And spoiler alert, for those of you who haven't seen the iCarly revival, you can skip to this timestamp here. Spencer as well. Come on, bro. Spencer now owning it? Come on. It's a once a week visit. JJ's Diner from Parks and Rec. I would say I'd go here once a month, kind of for the same reasons as the Williamsburg Diner. It's a diner joint, so, you know, it's reliable food, but not the healthiest stuff in the world. Not gonna lie, the Pawnee, median for health, not necessarily at its highest, but it looks fun. It looks like a fun place to be. Waffles, delicious waffles there, from what I've heard. So yeah, once a month. Taco Town from Saturday Night Live. Okay, this is a special occasion meal. All right, forget about your fancy dressing up to go to the Cheesecake Factory or you know, your fancy French restaurants where you got to book a reservation. This is a special occasion meal. You gather a bunch of people, you get one of those big ass 15-layer totes with the vegetarian chili. Mwah, mwah, mwah. That shit That is what I want for my birthday. The snack bar from Regular Show. All right, now listen. I work at a grocery store, so we got food all around us. I would equate that to the idea of working at the park. This would be the place where you go on your break or when you go to get lunch. And you know what? The idea of working at the park, even though Benson is there, he seems like kind of a prick to have as a boss, working with Mordecai and Rigby would be an absolute blast. That would be the best summer job ever. All right? That is just plain and simple. In addition to that, Tyler the Creator is hanging out at the snack bar doing rap battles, so you can't really deny it. You gotta go here every day just to get yourself fed because you're working long hours at the park and you're not getting paid much, so there's not a lot of places to choose from. You can get a couple candy bars here and you'll be set. And you can listen to Tyler the Creator. That sounds like a blast. Los Pollos Hermanos from Breaking Bad. All right. Now this one comes with some baggage, understandably. Listen, as a consumer, as just a regular old citizen, we're not aware of the facts that this is just an upfront for a meth ring. We don't know anything about that. We can be ignoring that and still enjoy our fried chicken, right? There's probably shady shit that goes around with every restaurant or every big corporation that we're just not aware of as the general public. I'm sure somewhere out there, McDonald's is doing some horrible fucking shit in some country and exploiting people, But a Big Mac tastes good to me. That's the thing. But here's my problem with Los Pollos specifically is that it's chicken-based. Chicken-based restaurants like KFC, Popeyes, they've never really been my thing. I'm going to be honest. I'm more of a burger guy. So I would say this is probably only once a month if someone else is paying for it. I probably wouldn't go here all that often. I'd probably rather go to the Krusty Krab or Good Burger or somewhere there because I think burgers are just more reliable. But it does look pretty good. And every once in a while, fried chicken does hit the spot. So I'll give you that. Hoplings from Majority Rules. Probably the most obscure on this entire list, but probably the best on this entire list. I'm not gonna lie. Hoplings, I'm going here all the time, bro. This looks like an absolute fucking jam to be at. They got the foosball table. They got great customer service from my man Wayne. Shout out Wayne from Majority Rules, bro. The best character ever. And then, of course, the food itself, which is very unique compared to all these other ones. It's not fried chicken, it's not ice cream, it's not burgers. It's an Asian restaurant, and it's not limited to just one type of Asian cuisine. They got dumplings, they got noodles, they got fried rice, they got all sorts of great meats, which is what I'm there for. I'm there for the meat, motherfucker. Honestly, bro, if this was a real joint, like low-key, I would probably go there at least 3 or 4 times a week. So it's absolutely top tier in my opinion. The Chum Bucket from SpongeBob. All right. Similar to the Weenie Hut Jr., it's developed a bit of a reputation. But I'm not going to lie. I don't think I could do this one. All right? I'm sorry, Plankton. I'm sorry, Karen. I don't think I could do this one, all right? I really don't. It doesn't look that appetizing. I'm a foodie. I like to cook. I've never seen anything quite like Chum in my life, so I don't think I could do it, honestly. It would be a one-stop shop to going 6 feet under, and that's not really something I want to do, frankly, so sorry, y'all. Molly's from Chicago Fire, another bar on this one. I'm not a firefighter. I'm not gay. And I'm not a gay firefighter, but Molly seems like a fun place to be. I'm going once a week. Christopher Herman, bro. The fact that he's the bartender here trumps everybody else that we've talked about so far. Trumps Jerome, trumps Sam Malone. I'm sorry, guys. He's just the GOAT. He's just an absolute fucking beast. And you know what? It's a fun spot. You got sports. You got your friendly Chicagoans clientele. It seems like a fun spot to be. I don't know what else you want me to say. It's just a fun neighborhood bar. Tom's Restaurant from Seinfeld, the most generic fucking restaurant diner ever. But honestly, sometimes simple is what you need. I'd go here once a week. I'd hang out with the gang. I'd hang out with those freaks, even if they are kind of racist sometimes. here's the thing. A good standard diner does not fail you. All right. Here in Michigan, we have Coney Islands. It's a Detroit thing. And we have Leo's Coney Island, more specifically, which is my favorite of all the subsidies. And honestly, Leo's, it hits the spot every now and again. Even though it's very simple, down-home cooking, very cheap, reliable stuff, it's really tasty stuff. So you can't knock it too much. I would say I'd go here at least once a week to get some good breakfast or something. And closing it out, the one that you've all been waiting for, McLaren's from How I Met Your Mother. Again, it's a friendly neighborhood bar. You know, it's got that cool little entrance downstairs, which is really nice. It's like a secret hangout. You know, if you're in the know, you know about it, which is pretty cool. Carl seems like a cool guy. I guess Wendy the waitress seems cool. I don't know. They don't really stick out as much as someone like Herman, but you know they're there. They're doing their thing. Yeah, friendly neighborhood bar. I would go there once a week. So, have we answered one of life's most mysterious questions? The most famous fictional restaurants and bars from television, ranked on how often someone like me would go there? I think we have. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope to see you in the next one. Take care.